Tonight, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Taylor and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Carson Wentz and the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business. The final week into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be led out by a man in season number 10 in the NFL from Va-Tech at quarterback, Tyrod Taylor.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Taylor looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Taylor out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Devin Bush coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Taylor, this is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
11 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
Taylor now to throw on third down. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first. Nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Taylor. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So now here are the Dolphins getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback in his 5th season now, the former #2 overall pick, Carson Wentz.
Not only does he look the part, he plays it as well. Tall, prototypical-looking pocket passer with better athletic ability than what people think, gets outside of the pocket and makes big plays downfield.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
throw on first down with Taylor. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for Njoku from a week ago: 4 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And that will be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he's going to keep it here. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Taylor. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is really throwing around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Taylor. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Doug Marrone can only shake his head. His guys are turned away. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
A gain of a yard. First down, Miami.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Wentz going to throw. It's complete to Parker, left side. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Nice snag by Devontae Parker. While it took him 5 years in the league to have his first 1,000-yard season, he broke out in a big way. The former first-round pick had career highs across the board in 2019. In fact, his touchdown total for the year equaled his career total to date.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Oh, none of that. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by next-gen stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
That brings up 2nd and
now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
That's a play that will be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Working from the gun, Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be second down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now Wentz on third down. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 4th down, Brian Flores going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He'll try and run it. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The first down screen pass, good for 5. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Taylor on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Fitzgerald. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Taylor. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Yeah, he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Dolphins 3.
The touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Johnson now returning. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
They'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter, you give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
20! And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to our Tiburon Studios here in Orlando. We'll take a minute and look ahead at what's to come this weekend in week number 3. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers, as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. Then, more good stuff to follow later in the afternoon. One good one being under the dome in Indy, where it'll be the Colts taking on the New York Jets. And one more to highlight, a good one on Monday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The drive starts with a completion left side, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
From the gun on third down, it's Taylor.
Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Yeah, and that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On the draw, this is Barkley. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Both of these two teams, the Jets and Dolphins, looking to improve their rushing attack in 2020. Last year, they were the bottom two teams in the league in terms of rushing yards. The Jets at 31, and the Dolphins dead last at number 32.
They'll go to Barkley again. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, Taylor. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz.
Now thrown to Parker, complete on the slant.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now Edwards-Helaire.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
In the first half, he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 44-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Tackled by Samson Ebuka. A gain of 4 yards. 1st down.
Wentz now on 1st down. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Now Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Parker. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
And there's the pickup he want on 1st down. All offenses.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Here's Taylor to throw, and it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Play action, now Taylor. He'll get this to Ward. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Taylor completes it right side to Cooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 1st and 10. Here's Wentz. And his throw is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Wentz. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
Oh, man, you're kidding me.
No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned.
He's going to look deep here for Ward.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10, it's Taylor again. And this one's incomplete.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, if they play man coverage against you, he almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
T.J. Watt
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you got a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
Looking to throw on second down. Taylor. That's complete to Ward. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From midfield now, here's Taylor. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he will have a Jaguars first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Give him 6 yards in the first down. He catches so many balls, sometimes we may take him for granted. We're not taking that last one for granted. He's now at 1,400 career receptions.
I'm trying to break this down to something I can actually comprehend. Okay, if you have one season of 100 catches, that's an incredible achievement, right?
Yes.
How about the equivalent of 14 seasons of 100 catches?
Absolutely sensational. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
7 brings up 2nd and goal.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. After the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now here's Johnson. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go. Their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Wentz now on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 59 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and the hurry field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Michael Gallup there to make the grab. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
the kicker on for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Let's go.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So now the Jags down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. Their perfect start to the season in jeopardy unless they can score here as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. That's Ward, complete right side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
50-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Being chased out left. He'll run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Greg Ward, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars have moved down in front here in the 4th quarter.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now it's the Dolphins' turn, trailing by a field goal. 90 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. To throw is Wentz.
And that's taken in. It's B.C. Johnson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Throwing now is Wentz. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. On now the Miami field goal unit. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Jaguars back with it on offense.
They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. First throw in overtime now for Taylor. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Gain of 7 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Taylor. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Ward Jr. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
On the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Taylor. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Chase Young in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the gun, Taylor. He may try and run for Taylor. Hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all tied. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. What can Wentz do now with his drive? And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every round that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him, but forced that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Matt Hawk now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
It really has, especially as of late. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. On the move to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings
They'll
up
come up now on 2nd and a yard.
37-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Taylor now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. Going deep here for Parker. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah,
M-E-H, man. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Jacksonville, good night, everybody.